I'm Cole. This is my journey of becoming a professional soccer player, building a bootstrap business, and showing my journey to self-mastery. I make these videos to teach people how to create their ideal life. Today's video is focused on pushing harder when you feel resistance, moving smarter by studying others, and focusing on the week-to-week gains to help you achieve relentless momentum. Starting out, pushing harder when you feel resistance. Today, I was doing my fitness, which I do every single Sunday. On these days, my training is outside, so I feel the actual effects of the weather. Today, I was doing my running. I was running up and down along the water. Anyone who's ever run outside before will know the effect of wind when you are running. When I was doing my medium interval training today, I could feel the wind blowing in my face, making it even harder. I'm not someone who typically enjoys running. I'm not someone who gets that runner's high very easily. So doing fitness in general is kind of a pain in the ass for me. So that's where I really have to push myself to do better. When the wind was coming towards me, it was making it even worse. So I was having negative thoughts in my head about how much I hate running, how much I don't want to do this right now. But I was thinking, what would a more mature version of myself who I would like to be thinking in this situation? I would probably be thinking that I want it to be harder so I can be stronger, I can be a better person in the future. There's going to be times where you're going to come up against resistance. It may be while you're running when you feel in the wind. It might be in business when you have a problem that comes up. It may be in soccer when you lose the ball, or it might be something tailored to your life. But when those difficult moments happen, that's where you have to push harder against it, because if you can push in the hard times, then it makes the easier times even easier. When I was doing my juggling yesterday was an absolutely terrible day for me mentally. It was very hard. My mind was not there at all, but I continued to push through it. Today, the juggling was a lot easier, and it felt like I didn't even take that much time, even though I took more time than I usually do. Going through those hard experiences and then coming out knowing that you did everything you could to push as hard as you can will make you a stronger individual. In order to reach the heights that you want to get, you have to become as strong as possible, and going through these hard times is just part of the journey. Moving on to my next point, you have to move smarter by studying others. When I was doing my calendar app, I was working on moving the multi-day events. I had a real problem with the visuals as I was dragging an event. The blocks were not updating as they should have been, and they still aren't now. I was thinking about how can I get around this obstacle? Other people have built calendar apps before. They're not something that's completely niche and new. So I was thinking maybe someone else who's already built a calendar app has this implementation already in theirs. So I can look at their open source calendar to use the code that they have to get that implementation, especially since it was taking me a really long time to do it. There's gonna be things in your journey that someone else has already gone through. They're gonna know the problems and then solutions to those problems that you're gonna encounter on your journey. Using the information that they have can help you avoid those problems in the first place, and then continue the momentum of getting more and more done. That information of someone already going through the problems that you're going through isn't gonna just fall at your feet. You have to actively search it out. When you do encounter a problem that's giving you a lot of trouble and you haven't been able to find a solution to it, using ChatGPT, looking at YouTube, or just looking online, finding people who have gone through that exact problem and then explaining how they got over it, using their solutions to boost you forward and shorten the time that it would have taken you to do that on your own. And then meta thinking, looking at someone who's a little bit ahead of you in terms of where you are right now, using the information, using the problems that they come up, and then preparing for them before they even happen. Using other people's information is just gonna help you get to where you wanna go faster. Then the final point that I have today is focusing on the week-to-week gains. Today was not perfect. I'll pull up my calendar now. I had a YouTube block when I should have been focusing on working on my calendar app. And although it wasn't great, it was significantly better than last week, where after my fitness, I just completely shut down for the day. So even though it's not perfect, it's not exactly who I wanna be, you have to be happy with the week-to-week gains. You can't expect to completely change your life in 1 week. Change takes time. You have to keep a standard of continually pushing, but you can't expect everything to happen in 1 week. Great things take time to build. Focusing on the positive aspects of being better than last week will allow you to continue having positive thoughts, and then that will spiral into more positive thoughts. If you have a negative thought about, oh, I didn't do as great as I wanted to today, you're probably gonna have a negative thought spiral, and it's just gonna make you do worse over time. You have to believe that you're actually getting better. One, you have to actually be getting better. There's a certain level to where you just have to push hard. You have to believe that you are getting better and be able to push beyond your current limiter so that you can push to become that next level of yourself. If you can get better week by week, you'll eventually become that person you want to be. There's going to be a point to where you can't physically get better. You're going to spend your time exactly how you plan to do it and get as much done as you plan to do. Focusing on those marginal gains will help you achieve that relentless momentum. Day 74, I record myself every single day. Thank you for watching. Good night. Here's my scorecard for today. As you can see, the big block of YouTube in the middle, have to lock in with that. Otherwise, pretty happy with the day.